I got an old video I want to show y'all that I put together. It's a slideshow to music, actually. I did this when I was living down in Statesboro when I was selling mobile homes. I was running a mobile home dealership down there. And when I first moved down there, I moved from Macon, Georgia. I was a salesman at a dealership in Macon. And Charles Huffman, the owner of Jessup Housing, was talking to the owner of where I was working at in Macon, and he said he needed someone to come down there and help him out because the guy that was running his lot for him wasn't selling any houses, and he was losing money down there. So without me knowing, old Dempsey told Charles he'd send me down there if he wanted me to come down there and help him out. So next thing I know, I'm loaded up and I'm driving down to Statesboro, and yeah, I went down there and I took over that lot in Jessup, and we turned it around in record time. And man, we sold every house on the dealership on the lot, and I was selling houses off the other lot in Jessup that he had, and man, we was doing good. We was making some money down there. Charles was back. He was out of the red and in the black, and yeah, we was doing good. Well, when I moved down there, I was still drinking real bad back then, and I was doing a little bit of cocaine, and I was starting to mess up. I had a good opportunity. It was given to me a great opportunity to move down there and grow with Charles and his company, his business down there. Charles is one good person. I still stay in contact with Charles. He's a real good person. But when I first moved down there, I didn't know anybody, and every night when I'd get off work from the lot or afternoon when I'd close it down, I'd get me a 12 pack of beer or a bottle of liquor, and I'd go back to. I was living in a motel when I moved down there because I hadn't, I just got down there and hadn't got set up in the house or anything, so I was staying in a motel, and I'd start drinking. I'd go right across the street to the store. There's a convenience store, and I'd come back over there and I'd sit for a little while and I'd drink, and I didn't have no hurry to go back to the motel room, and I'd get so drunk that when I did get home, there was some nights I couldn't even remember how I got there, because I was drinking so much. And then I got to find some drug connections down there, which is always easy to do. It's not hard to find drugs in any city you go to. If you want some drugs, you can find them. So, I mean, man, I was functional, I was working, but every waking minute when I went to sleep and went to work, I was drinking and doing drugs. And I woke up one morning. I said, what? I said, Lord, you blessed me with such a good opportunity here, and I'm trying to throw it away. So when I was at work that day, I looked in the phone book. We had phone books, and I found a AA in Statesboro, Alcoholics Anonymous. And so when I got off work that afternoon, I went to a meeting, and there was something about that meeting I really enjoyed. I mean, the people were friendly there, and everybody was just as nice as they could be. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna give this a try. So, because I didn't want to quit, but I know I needed to quit. So, I started going every day. I didn't miss a day, man. I tell you what, I would go every afternoon when I got off from work. Sometimes I'd close the lot a little bit early just so I wouldn't miss that meeting. And I went good every day for 6 months and didn't drink, did no drugs, didn't even have no desire to, if you want to know the truth, you know. And I was doing good, but that didn't last because I did something ain't ever supposed to do, and that's date somebody inside of the rooms, the AA rooms, because if you think about it, both of y'all, you know, y'all are alcoholics, and sure enough, it didn't take long for me and that old gal I met. We was talking to each other. When we talked to each other into drinking again. Then next thing you know, we're doing that dope again. And sure enough, Charles had to let me go. And he said, not from anything I was doing bad at the job, because I was still functional. But he saw me drinking and drugging like that, and he didn't want to have no part of it. And so he let me go, and I don't blame him. I never to this day did I get mad at Charles about that. But I made this video when I was, or this slideshow, when I was sober that 6 months. When I'd come back to the room, you know, I had my little laptop, and I started making slideshows. I made several of them. But I made this one. It's off a song. The music's by a song called Styx. It's called Snowblind. It's about cocaine and drugs. And I found a whole bunch of pictures, and I just kind of lined them up with what the song was talking about. And every now and then, not that I ever get a craving anymore, 'cause I don't get that craving anymore. But every now and then, I'll take that video out and I'll look at it, and it gives me a good reminder where I was and where I didn't want to be, and where I'm glad I ain't no more. But anyhow, I just wanted to share it with y'all. But here's the deal. I had downloaded it a long time ago when I made it, but for some reason I can't re-download it to my computer so I can re-upload it on YouTube. So I had to get in front of the television and record it with my cell phone, and then go from there to moving it to Telegram, then from Telegram to moving it to my laptop, and then I was able to put it on this video here. But I'm going to leave a link to the actual video that I made, the YouTube video, if you want to go back and look at it, because you can see it a whole lot better. And but really, that dope and that alcohol, woo, it ain't no good for you. Now I still drink a little bit. Yeah, I still take me a couple of drinks during the day. But that dope, I tell you what, it like took me out. It really did. I had a bad heart valve to begin with, what they call a floppy heart valve. And they told me a long time ago not to do any drugs. But no, not me. I was hard headed. I wouldn't listen. I had all the sense. So I lost everything I had because of drugs. I sure did. And thank God I don't drink like I used to. I used to stay drunk every day. Lord have mercy. And you didn't want to be around me a lot of the times because I was a whole mean drunk. Well, I wasn't really a mean drunk all the times, but boy, I could get mean. I got scars all on me for drinking. Scars on the head up here where I got thrown into a truck bumper one time, was fighting, and they threw me off that board and threw me right into a trunk, into the bumper of my truck, and split my forehead wide open. Got a scar right here from getting hit in the face with a beer bottle when I was trying to buy some dope down in Tallahassee. Uh, Broke my breastbone, broke every bone in my face. Uh, all these are plates in my face. Crushed my kneecap, and my right femur, the bone came out, compound fracture, and it was sticking out my pants. Well, all that happened from a car wreck. I was had a Toyota 4-wheel drive, and I was drunk as all get down. I was on that dope. I was shooting cocaine back then, and I was going to drive over to Warner Robins and hang out at a bar over there. And I was living in Millersville. It's about an hour drive. So I got me a half a pint of old cheap whiskey, and when I got to making, that half a pint was gone. So I stopped, and I was tore up. Boy, I don't even hardly remember. I tell you what, the last thing I remember is stopping by that liquor store and getting me another half a pint to get me over to Warner Robins, till I got to the bar. And last thing I remember is leaving outside of leaving from the liquor store, getting back in my truck, and bam, that's it. I don't remember nothing. And couldn't find out, or it turned out about. Now I drove from where I had to wreck at every different way I could go, and it averages about 15, 20 minutes from the liquor store. Either route I went. So about 15, 20 minutes after I left that liquor store, I flipped my truck. And eyewitness said I went high as a telephone pole because it threw me out of the back window of the truck. And when I landed on my chin, like, and the impact shattered every bone in my face. Like I say, I broke my breastbone and crushed my right kneecap, and compound fracture on my right femur. Well, when the ambulance pulled up, I was dead on the scene. They brought me back, and then they lost me 3 more times on the operating table. And you know, God in all His mercy. Woo! But you would think, you would think that would have scared me and made me not ever want to drink and drug again. No, I stayed in the hospital for about a month, and then when I got out, I was right back on it again. I was right back to shooting dope again, right back to staying drunk again, and Lord have mercy. You death can't scare a drug addict or alcoholic, from wanting to quit. It didn't me anyhow. But thank God I'm singing in the choir now. But I wanted to share this video with you. And if you're on that drugs and drinking real bad and all that stuff, Lord have mercy, it ain't good for you. Lay it down, quit it. It's outside your front door. Please don't bring it inside your front door. I hope y'all enjoy this video.